Hello, this is Toby the Galactic Intuitive. How are you guys doing today? I hope everyone is well. So we're going to do something a little bit different today. My Polarian guide has a message. I don't know what it is. So this is a little unusual. Normally when oftentimes they will bring things through kind of as a collective. In the midst of me talking about a particular subject with you guys. This time is different. He is indicating that there's something he wants to talk about. So we're going to let him speak through me. I do think that it has something to do with a message I received from my Arcturian guide this morning, which was about, it was super interesting. It was about resistance, but resistance created through the frequency build up of expectation around a particular outcome, and how that from the quantum level, the frequencies build up, they build up, they accumulate around this expectation. And because there's so much focus placed on it, and there may not be awareness from our perspective that there is so much focus placed around it, but because there is so much intention behind that, whether purposefully or unintentionally, because of our beliefs around this particular subject, there is a frequency buildup that causes stagnation. And because because it's assigned to a particular outcome, and this is in cases where that's not the outcome that actually wants to come through, that's not the outcome that has the potential to be revealed. So there is a stagnation of the frequency around that, and it creates such a buildup that it forms almost a wall from a frequency standpoint. This wall, however, is actually a gate. So once we are able to, I'm trying to remember exactly what he said because I came upstairs and left my journal downstairs. Once we are able to open ourselves up to other potentials, then it's that openness that actually allows the gate to swing open. And so the frequency, the buildup of that is allowed to move through and then actually be released. So we might have worked on attempting to, so we might have worked on shifting our perspective to allow for other potentials. But if we still at some level are holding on to a even subconscious expectation for a particular outcome, it's going to maintain that the lock on the gate will remain in place. And so you'll have this pushing up against the this is the gate, here's the frequency, it keeps hitting the gate and it begins to pool and stagnate in front of the gate and is not able to move through and move forward. So I found that to be rather interesting. I'm not sure why I'm saying that now, because the Polarian would like to come through, but apparently it is, they are related. So hang with me. Again, this is new for me. So we're going to give it a go. All right. I may have my eyes closed for most of this because it's easier for me to open up to the guidance and the channeled messages that way. Yes, this frequency resistance is the topic of conversation. However, it is in response to inquiries that the humans have had in regards to time and the expression of time and experience of time relative to the current date point on your human calendar, relative to the current date segment on your human calendar, as this expression and experience has been ongoing for a segment versus a particular point. Although many of you may experience them as significant individual and concrete points in which this experience occurs and is seen, witnessed, felt. It is this frequency release, this opening of the gate that the Arcturian has spoken of and shared, that allows for a flowing of frequency and energy that was blockaded by the expectation that was held from past belief systems and no longer aligns with the current vibration and frequency of your energetic field. And yet this blockage was anchoring you into a past existence of your reality, and one in which that expectation may have aligned with your vision and your perspective of your reality, your experience of your reality. However, since your elevation, since you are ascending and you are aligning with different frequencies and vibrations, those expectations no longer align with you. However, when these anchor points have been maintained through unexplored areas of your consciousness, areas that remain held and locked within your heart space, held and locked between the connection of the heart space and the head space. It is those blockages that connect you to these past expectations. These are where those past expectations are held. The opportunity here is then to allow oneself to explore further into the heart space, allow oneself to soften, to release responsibility external to oneself in relation to the emotional states of others. For often these responsibilities that one takes on for oneself manifest as stagnant pools of frequency within the heart space, and it is these that create the gates of resistance. It is these that the expectations are built around, these experiences of external emotional states and energies which one has taken on or been assigned responsibility for. However, these are no longer yours. They never were. And it is your current state which allows you to release them. However, this must be by choice and intention. And so, how does this associate with your experience of time, you are asking? As you are ascending and moving into higher frequency states, higher levels of awareness, your energetic field and your consciousness is now connecting with your physical state on a more consistent basis. And it is through this connection that you are able to experience your reality beyond the construct of time. However, these resistant gates will serve as anchor points into the construct of time, for they are attached to the lower frequency states of past experiences, even past realities. As you now see this opportunity to release these resistance gates through your awareness, through your acceptance, through your releasing of responsibility for external emotional states. One is only responsible for one's own emotional state. And it is even within that one can hold the place of observer, of experiencer, without assigning a permanent story or label to said experience, said emotion. As you move through this process and these resistance gates begin to open and clear and the frequencies flow through smoothly, freely, honestly, openly, so too do the frequencies through the heart space. And it is this that allows for increased elevation in your frequency. And this assists you in moving, supports you in moving beyond the construct of time. And so these points in this segment, those moments of experiencing your reality beyond time, those moments in which either time seems to not exist and not to pass, or those segments in which time seems to move at a very rapid pace. These are those moments we speak of. And these are the moments in which you are tapping into a higher frequency state and tapping into the 5D reality. Tapping into the limitlessness of your human existence. These states may be taxing upon your human physicality, and so many of you may be experiencing more sensitivity in the physical body, more sensitivity to light, to sound, to environments, to crowds, to particular spaces and places, and even structures. You may notice that within a particular structure, one you may have previously visited, which provided a sense of pleasantness or joy or comfort. However, you may find it uncomfortable now, and you may find yourself drawn to moving to the outside, to being in nature. It is important for you to allow oneself to be guided by the physicality, the physical body, and the needs it is expressing to you through these moments of guidance. One may notice that what is ingested, whether through food, liquid, breath, eyes, or ears, has greater impact upon not only the energetic body that you are more accustomed to, but greater impact upon your physical body now, and so requires more attention and intention on your part as to what your body is asking of you in every day, and noticing the fluctuations thereof as it adjusts and shifts, as it evolves, and as the cellular process of evolutionary change and activation is undergone. awareness of the opportunity to open these resistance gates is why we speak today. As always, it is your choice how you process, integrate this information, and how you choose to move forward with or without it. We offer it in support of your individual and collective evolution, expansion, and growth. Okay. Ooh, thanks for, ooh, now I'm hot and a little emotional. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for staying with me through that. I'll be interested to watch it back and hear the information that way. I only picked up bits and pieces of it. Okay, let me see. Are we going to do anything else? That feels like enough. No, we're going to, I got these cards out ahead of time. I have the Crystal Spirit Oracle, and so this color, that explains why I'm wearing this shirt too. This color is very symbolic of the Polarians, and in particular my guide. Let's see if I can talk. I'm still kind of coming back here. So this, let me start over. Whew. Crystal Spirit Oracle. We're going to pull a card with a crystal to help support us in the guidance that was offered and the instruction I'm hearing that was offered here. Okay. There we go. Oh, interesting. Apache Tears. So this is what it looks like. It's card number 5, which is the number of change. Sorry for the glare. But you can see it. I'm going to actually get the book's right in front of me. All right, hang on. Let me see what she says about Apache Tears. And if it, wow, my ears are really ringing right now. Okay. Apache Tears. Letting go of grief, recovering from the past. I do remember that part. Releasing pain so old wounds can heal. Oh my gosh, this is so perfect. Of course it is. Okay, I'm gonna read this to you guys. Before we came to this planet, our souls agreed to experience both love and loss in this lifetime, along with the pleasures and pains of being in our bodies, so that we might experience a sense of purpose and fulfillment and find our destiny. There is great beauty in being broken open, for a heart that is fully expanded with grief is one that truly understands that rejection is God's protection. Faith is in something better coming our way will set the wheels in motion for attracting that which we most deserve. Often we simply cannot recognize that there is a far better plan at work than our own. The message of Apache Tears Spirit is not to fear or repress your emotions. Release them through your body so you can prepare yourself to heal from the heartache and receive all that the conscious universe has in store for your pleasure and happiness. Let me see if there's anything else here. Apache Tears are a translucent, water-smoothed type of obsidian, invaluable in helping us process loss. Oh, interesting. Carrying an Apache tear while grieving can assist us by providing a focal point and encouraging us to release painful emotions. Once the grieving process feels complete, the stone can be buried in the earth, allowing the emotions to be transmuted. So, and now I kind of understand why this card came out. there was a point in the channeled message where the Polarian was talking about, let's see if I can bring that back around, talking about the releasing and opening, the going deep into the heart space. That's what it was. And so as we go deep into the heart space, regardless of what we find there, when we're going through that releasing process, there may be grief. It may not be around a heartbreak necessarily, but oftentimes there can be grief just in the releasing of old aspects of self. And so this is the purpose for the Apache Tears in regards to this message. Okay, I am going to leave it there. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I hope this was helpful, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you.